Vapor Fall Bros. On the beat. Purchase today.
Hey, what's up, everybody? We back with another show. It's your boy, Julian Segovia. I got Carlos in the building.
Hey, man, what's going on, you guys? I'm glad to be here with you guys, talk some football news. Let's go into it. What you got, man?
Man, I don't know where you want to start off at. How you feeling today, man?
Man, let's talk about the NFL Pro Bowl. Look, the NFC, they scored 41 points, and the NFC scored 35 points. Did you watch the game at all?
Rewind that. One more time. What was the score?
The AFC scored 41 points, and the NFC scored 35 points. Did you happen to see any clips from social media, watch the highlights?
I did see some clips, and I did see some clips and got some players' opinions. There were a lot of players that, I don't know, a little bit of mixed emotions, weren't very happy with the Pro Bowl.
Dude, it's crazy. Look, the NFC, it's their 5th consecutive Pro Bowl win in a row. The NFC, they need to figure something out because the AFC is obviously dominating.
I don't know, man. It's just the Pro Bowl, you know?
Yeah. Also, for the offensive MVP, we have Justin Herbert. And then defensive MVP, we have Max Crosby. And, I just want to give props to Crosby. Look, he was in rehab for he was in rehab for 1 month, about a year and a half ago for alcohol. And look, this is a quote from him. "I'm almost a year and a half sober now, and my life is great. I'm really enjoying every single day, and I'm enjoying the work." Now, I just want to give him props because he got MVP for defense. It's cool, man, huh?
All right, man, that's a great story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, look, for the Pro Bowl also, I watched a few clips, and the Pro Bowl, in my opinion, I feel like it's soft. I mean, like, there was some plays when they're doing two-hand touches. Now, obviously, the game doesn't really count, but I feel like there should be some physicality to it. You know what I mean?
Hey, but I get where you're coming from, and that's been a lot of the people's their opinion about it, that it was soft and it's horrible. But I think people are forgetting the Pro Bowl is not what it used to be in the NFL. At one point, players took pride in being nominated to go play in the Pro Bowl.
Right.
And it meant something being on the field with the best of the best. But because of the way the business is nowadays, there's so much endorsement, so much money tied up into all these stars. There's no way they want anything happening, any injuries, and something that's supposed to be just fun for the game, a low reward for the players, you know?
Makes sense. They don't want to risk the players of getting injured because it's, they're like the face of the franchise, right? The organization. They want to provide for their team, right?
Here's the thing. I think players get like $100,000 bonus if they make it to the Pro Bowl. So everybody there gets a $100,000 bonus, but I think the game has become something different because you're on the field with all the top stars in the NFL. You kind of just want to have fun,
right?
You know, I'm not going to be out to injure anybody, really. You know.
And speaking of fun, there was a lot of funny moments. For one, I don't know if you've seen on Twitter, social media, but Mac Jones was doing the gritty dance. Was actually pretty funny to see when he was running into the end zone. Did you happen to see a clip of that?
No, I did not see that. What I saw was J.J. Watt's reaction to the whole thing.
Dude, it's so funny because Jamar Chase, he's always doing the dance, and then to see Mac Jones doing it, it's something crazy. And then also Patrick Mahomes threw a pick six, and also Kyler Murray, he threw a pick six as well in the Pro Bowl. Now, speaking of Kyler Murray, a lot to unravel. He recently unfollowed the Cardinals on Instagram and Twitter as well, man. Just give me your thoughts, and what do you think about the situation?
I don't know. At first, I didn't think nothing of it. I seen it, but then did a little bit of research. And, like, man, we've talked about this plenty of times, man, and I don't think it's good.
You don't think it's good?
Here's the thing. Ready for this? All right. He's either not going to be with the Cardinals next year, or it's just a tactic. It's just a tactic because, hey, it's negotiating. It's time to renew his contract, right? Hey, what's up, guys? I totally f***ed up somewhere along the podcast. My GoPro stopped recording, so my footage got cut down to 5 minutes. It's a 30-minute show. We're gonna make the most of this thing and keep it rolling.
Yeah, for this off season, he's gonna renew his contract, and I had to see this for myself. I went on his Instagram. There were only 2 pictures on his IG, and one was with CeeDee Lamb representing for the Pro Bowl, and then another one was when he won the Heisman Trophy. So, it's really crazy to see where he's gonna end up for the off season as well.
Do you think he's gonna be on the Cardinals next year?
Man, do I think he's gonna be on the Cardinals? Yes, I feel like he has the face, right? I feel like he's gonna stick with the Cardinals, even though he's coming up on his contract. But yeah, he's gonna stay with the Cardinals.
I think he definitely has the stats, and
Yeah.
he is definitely one of the up and coming new stars in the NFL. But what I've seen on during his games, on times when he's struggling, he's super frustrated, and you can see it on his face. So he's had his chance.
Hmm.
We brought in some good coordinators. We brought in some key pieces,
Right.
and in big time clutch crunch games, he does not deliver.
It's like, okay, so what's the problem? Because the first half of the Cardinals season were like undefeated, right? 7-0, and it's like the second half of the Cardinals season, we just fall apart. Is it injuries? I mean, we obviously don't lack veteran leadership. JJ Watt, D Hop. I mean, what's going on? Chandler Jones.
All right. Well, you kind of hit it on it. You said veteran leadership. I think we have a lot of young coaches.
Okay.
So somewhere in that locker room, we probably got hot-headed and thought we were the best, and then came to injuries, and then, okay, we lost a game here and there. All right, guys, get it together, and they couldn't do it.
And like we mentioned, he's eligible for a contract extension for the offseason. But if the Cardinals, they can also exercise their 5th-year option. And if they do that, they have control for 2 more seasons with Kyler Murray if he tends to opt out. But I don't see that. I feel like he's going to stay with the Cardinals. Could you see him going to any other team if that was a choice, if that's available?
Of course, man. What do you mean? You have Tom Brady on the market. You have Aaron Rodgers on the market. What do you mean?
What potential teams could you see Kyler Murray going to?
Which one could I see him going to, or
Yes.
which one do I think which team he would help out best? That's different.
What team do you see him going to?
Oh my Lord. I don't know. You go first. I can't hit it on where I see him going first. I can tell you where I think he would be a good matchup. He'd be a good home for him.
Like I mentioned, I feel
Ready? New Orleans. How about the Saints?
You think? Oh, the Saints.
Dude,
actually not. Might
But
not be a
you'd
bad
have
game.
to have Sean Payton though.
Sean Payton.
But
Ooh.
we'll get into that. That's another topic.
I don't know where he's gonna go. I feel like he's still gonna stay with the Cardinals. I mean, he's been there for what, like 4 years already. He's been there for a couple years, so I feel like they're gonna build off of that veteran leadership. He's not gonna leave that team. You know what I mean? He already got a lot of players. Like I mentioned before with Chandler Jones, JJ Watt, and all those people.
Hey, how about Seattle?
Seattle. Russell Wilson.
Yeah, okay. That's one team. We said New Orleans.
Mhm.
We said the Saints.
So you think Russell Wilson's going to potentially? There's going to be like a trade.
No,
or
I'm
he's
just
gonna
saying
leave?
those are interesting teams. I think.
Dude, can you imagine? I mean, like him going to the Seahawks.
How about the Texans?
The Texans? No, I don't see him. Oh, that's
Carolina,
tough, man.
Carolina Panthers.
I could see him with the Panthers. To
How
be
about
honest.
the Falcons?
The Falcons? No, I don't see him with the Falcons.
How about the Cowboys?
the Cowboys?
Gee, I could see that.
Dude, I mean, he's undefeated in the
I
18th.
could see that.
He's undefeated in that stadium. So I mean, like, hey, carry it out, right?
Like I said, I don't know what team I think he would be a good fit.
Right.
It's more about what I think what exciting teams would he be good on.
And so moving on to our next section, we have Washington name reveal. They have new jerseys. They have a logo, a new name, and everyone's already found out what it is. It's the Washington Commanders. Majority of social media, they are not, fond of the rebrand, especially the jerseys, the name, everything that goes with it. I want to hear your thoughts. Do you think the name sticks with the organization, the history? What do you feel?
It sticks with the history. Now, I don't know the organization. I don't like it.
You don't like it?
I'm the Commanders.
Yeah.
No.
Now, so in my opinion, I feel like they could have come up with a better name. Definitely not a name that I was looking forward to. And, it's unfortunate. I mean, I seen on Twitter people were kind of liking Washington Warriors. That seems like
That's a good one.
a better name than Washington Commanders. Do you have any names or any suggestions that might potentially even be better than Washington Commanders?
I'm still a fan of my Generals. I would go Generals all day.
Actually, that's not a bad idea too.
What else? Washington. I don't know, man.
Now, for Twitter, they have their hashtag. You know how they have the logo on the side of the team,
Yeah.
right? So look, for the Washington Commanders, their hashtag is take command. Now, I actually like that hashtag, right?
Yeah.
It's a good hashtag, but I feel like I said, like I mentioned earlier, the name.
I just think with the name and then the new mascot, to me, it doesn't seem like an NFL move.
And like, have you seen the logo as well?
Yeah, I'm a fan of the W. I'm a fan of the W.
Yeah.
I've seen the 3 different color jersey schemes.
Yeah.
Me personally, I love the black jerseys. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen it?
Yeah. So I've seen the black ones. I've seen the red ones.
The
They're
black
okay.
ones kind of look like the Pittsburgh Steelers, but what I really do like about what the Commanders did, I like how they incorporated their logo in the middle of the helmet. I don't know if you caught that.
Oh, they actually put it on the middle of the helmet.
Yeah, they have a W in the middle of the black helmets, and the black or not the black helmets, the black jerseys, they look really, really good.
Have you seen the logo of the circular one, right?
Yes.
That one
That's not that bad.
I mean,
like
it's
that one.
not that bad, but I'm not really too fond of it. I feel like they could have come up with something better.
It looks like to me, like I said, I see this. It doesn't look like NFL. I'm
No.
saying, it looks like an XFL team.
Kind of does, huh?
Yeah,
Kind of has
to
that.
me,
It kind of has that vibe, huh?
totally that vibe.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what was that. I don't know if that's just the new trend in football, and they're right there,
Yeah.
taking advantage of it, or is just a horrible nightmare marketing scheme. I don't know.
And so for our next section, we're going to be talking about a lot of moves have been happening between the head coaches, GMs, and everything like that. Just to name a few, we have former Colts defensive coordinator Matt is going to Chicago Bears, and we have former Patriots offense. We were talking about this. The former Patriots offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels is going to the Raiders. That's an interesting move, wouldn't you say?
I think that's a real good move.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
And I bet you, I don't know, I can't say that because Derek Carr is probably his kind of QB, so he might work with him. I don't know what Derek Carr's contract stuff is, but either way, I think be on the lookout for the Raiders drafting a QB, only because this will be Josh McDaniels' first year settling in, right?
Yeah.
Last time he was a head coach was, I believe, the Denver Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to want to pick a young quarterback that he can groom, and there's a lot of great upcoming quarterbacks in college right now that I could definitely see him getting.
So you don't think Derek Carr is going to be like – I still feel like he's useful, man. Like,
No.
what? Well,
Here's the thing. Ready? Or here's my take.
uh-huh.
Of I'm a GM, this is my take on him. He's been great for the franchise.
Yeah.
He's definitely a Raider. But like they're getting rid of all the old staff, all the old coaches. Now, hey, what's left? The players. So you really want to start fresh? You got to start fresh all the way.
Man, do you have any news of any coaches going to different teams, or would you like to talk?
Yeah, defensive coordinator Dennis Allen of the New Orleans Saints is replacing Sean Payton, so he will be their head coach.
Hey, okay.
Also,
Congrats.
the Saints reportedly had interviewed Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy and also Dolphins Brian Flores before naming Dennis Allen the head coach. So, I mean, they were out there looking for coaches and gave other guys opportunities, but kept it in-house and gave it to Dennis.
And you speak of the Dolphins, like we spoke last week. The Dolphins, there's a lot of speculation, right? Brian Flores, accusing the NFL, the coaching staff of, racism and everything, including with that. He mentioned that the GM, I think it was the GM, paying the coach $100,000 for each game that they lost, right? And weren't the Dolphins? They went undefeated, right? They were like 7-0, and like in between the season, right? And then towards the end, they lost like multiple strands like of a game, right? So like, isn't that interesting to think about, man?
It is, man, but I don't, like I said, I don't know. I don't know what to believe. You
Mm.
know, is it true? Is it not? This could be common in the NFL, but here's so tough because here's the thing about all these coaches. There's a lot of great coaches, right?
A lot, man.
But at the same time, you're an employee, man. You got to do what the boss tells you to do.
So at the end of the day, the NFL is just a business.
No, I'm not saying the NFL. I'm just saying he has to do whatever his boss tells him. Right? It's a job. He has to do a job. At every job,
right?
you got to report to somebody. You got to follow orders. I mean, obviously, coaching and trying to get W's is just part of it. But at the end of the day, you got to listen to the boss. You know, so I mean, it's tough because they're put in a tough situation to where they have to win now. And just like we said, there's lots of good coaches on there, but the pressure. I don't think we realize how real the pressure is. These guys coach years, all their life, are assistants for years, right?
Right.
And then they become an interim coach or get one shot. They're only getting 1 year, one year to make their statement as a coach. But at the same time, time out. As we talked about the Flores situation, young, upcoming coach, used to be a Patriots coach, right?
Right.
He gets his chance. He's got a QB, but then you never know. There's that possibility, like you just said, of the owner wanting him to lose all these games. So here's coach, probably going to have to do what the boss says. Let's say the story is true. Okay, dang, coach, boss, I appreciate the 100,000 a game, but like in the long term, it's hurting my legacy because you don't know if he's going to go get another head coaching job next year. He might have to be an assistant or a coordinator again for a couple years. So this kind of move and publicity is difficult to deal with because it could either tarnish your name, but at the same time, you're getting an opportunity. Prime example, since we're talking about the coaches, former Raiders coach, interim coach, the Rich Basikia guy.
Yeah, we were talking about that. What's going on?
He said he did not want to be the head coach, but he took it. And if he wanted to bring in somebody with a more offensive mind to be the head coach, right?
Right.
But what happened to him? The Raiders bring in McDaniels, right?
Yeah, McDaniels.
And now Rich is an assistant coach for the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, so he went to the Green Bay Packers.
So you never know how this coaching, you know, if I'm Basiki, I'm thinking, okay, I'm the interim coach. Okay, next year I'm probably going to be head coach if they want to give me the job. But then, man, I don't know. It's a win now league.
So, like, okay, it doesn't make sense because he was like the replacement coach for the Raiders. Why wouldn't he become like the head coach for next season, right?
One, he probably didn't. I don't know. From the reports I heard, it was probably a title that he didn't want. But here's the thing:
makes sense if he doesn't want it.
He's been with the Raiders organization, so why wouldn't he stay? Why is all of a sudden he's on the Packers? All of a sudden,
some speculation, something going on in the office, man. We don't know yet.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird.
We're gonna have to see about that, and
also the Kansas City offensive coordinator. Still available, and there's a lot of. I think that's the coach where everybody's really, more mad about. Eric Bieniemy.
So where could you see him going to?
I don't know if.
Dude, he should stay. Why doesn't he stay?
I don't know, man. This might be his window of opportunity. Here's the awesome thing. He looks like a really humble guy, but what I think people are undermining him is the Chiefs have been one of the most explosive offenses in the last few years.
Without a doubt.
Right? Okay. Now, we can't just say, oh, that's all Patrick Mahomes. He did all that because that's not 100% true.
No.
So, obviously, Coach Bieniemy has some experience working with amazing talent.
Right.
And then doing amazing things, right? So, I think he'd be a good landing spot is with the Jacksonville Jaguars because I really want to see
Trevor Lawrence.
I want to see Trevor Lawrence I want to see him be great, and I think to be great at some point in time in your career, you have to be around some type of great coach who's gonna, turn that light bulb on for you.
It's unfortunate for him to end like the season he had with the Jacksonville Jaguars and with Urban Meyer and that whole mess of a situation. If he were just to have a great organization, a great coaching staff, he would go beyond his limits, right? I mean, if we take a look back at Peyton Manning's career with the Colts, he didn't do great his first year. I believe he won like 3 games. But that's just a lesson we got to take, right? If, let's say, for example, they do get a good coaching staff, Trevor Lawrence has a chance of reaching the heights of Joe Burrow, even surpassing him as well. I mean, Joe Burrow, 2nd year in the Super Bowl.
That's crazy. No, think about this. If I remember this correctly, I hope I'm on my football game today. Joe Burrow and no, did Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence play against each other?
Man, bro, yeah, they did in the championship. They played in the championship.
They did, right?
Yeah, they played in the college championship.
I want to say they did. So
in college, they did.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they played in the championship, and then Joe Burrow beat Trevor Lawrence.
Okay, so imagine coming out Trevor Lawrence, right?
Yeah.
Your following year, you had a bad year, first year, and the guy you played with against in college in the championship game is going to the Super Bowl. Congrats to Joe Burrow. By all means. But if I'm Trevor Lawrence, just as a competitor, not as nothing ill-minded, I'm going to feel some type of way like, man, I need to get some great coaches around me because if he's playing and we battled each other, I should be playing.
It's going to be a rematch.
You know?
I feel like I mean, they're both great quarterbacks, right?
No, they are. That's just the competitive spirit in me. That's if I'm Trevor Lawrence, I'm thinking that way. I'm asking ownership, hey, what are we doing? What's going on?
I feel like he should stay with the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? I mean, Joe Burrow got injured in his first year with the Bengals, stayed with his 2nd year, and look where they're at right now. I feel like he needs a little bit more development with the coaching. So, there needs to be a change. We can agree with that, right? But as for now, he should stay with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Man, I don't know. There's a lot of great moves, but like I said, it's a win now league. You got to win right now.
And speaking of, so we're going to go with the NFL honors are going to be happening on February 10th. A lot of awards going out to, amazing, talented NFL players. We have one right now, most valuable player. I'm going to go off Aaron Rodgers and between Tom Brady. I want to hear your opinion. Like, who do you think? What are your names for most valuable player?
Man.
I can't wait to hear this.
My most valuable player this year is Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Dude, I'm telling you, I've been watching this dude since college.
Okay.
And he was the real deal in college. He reminded me a lot of Ben Roethlisberger. He was difficult to bring down, great in the pocket. He could extend the play.
Right.
And he just does amazing things. And when you're that great coming out of college, you have to be in good coaching hands.
Yeah. I totally agree with that.
You have to be that because that is a critical factor in the success of your career. So if I'm Trevor Lawrence, I'm definitely talking to my ownership and to my coaches and to find out who the next coach is going to be, who's going to manage me. If you want me to be the face of this franchise and do what I'm capable of, I need to know these things. I need to have other great people around me.
I feel like, Joe Burrow, I would say like top 3, but if I had to give my opinion.
If not, trade me. Trade me, yes.
Trade for Joe Burrow.
No, I'm not saying trade. I'm talking
okay, just in general.
In general, if I'm Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. I would have to say.
If I'm Trevor Lawrence agent,
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I got to know that information. I need the best for my guy.
I'm bringing a lot to the team. Hey, I need something in return as well. That's what you're saying.
Yep.
Hey, man.
That's what I'm saying. I'd be looking to call Josh McDaniels and be a Raider. I'll tell you that.
Dude, can you imagine that?
Wow.
Ooh, dude, that would be crazy to see him play for the Raiders.
Yep.
Can you imagine him in an Oakland jersey?
Man, bring him to Arizona.
Dude, if he played for Arizona.
Bro.
Joe Burrow, yes.
Yeah.
Bro, if you
No, I'm talking about Trevor Lawrence.
Both? It don't matter.
Joe Burrow's not going anywhere.
It don't matter if it's Trevor Lawrence or Joe Burrow. I mean, Kyler Murray's situation is up in the air. We don't know what's going to happen to him. But, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I think Joe Burrow's got my vote for most valuable player because I don't know if there's one player in the league. Let's since we're talking about it, one player in the league that has impacted a team the way he has.
I mean, look,
everybody else has supporting cast all around them.
Yeah.
Even the Rams are playing by lights out, but they look at that roster they got. right?
Yeah, they
Look
got
at that roster.
insane roster. Cooper Kupp.
Insane roster.
He led with receiving yards.
Not saying that the Bengals don't, because
receptions,
the Bengals have one of the most
touchdowns.
youngest explosive receiving cores in the NFL.
I would have to say, okay, this is going to be a complete 360. Tom Brady, we can never go wrong with Tom Brady. He, recently just retired. We don't know about that yet. People are speculating that he might go with the Patriots.
I could see that too. If he's really going to retire and this is it, Tom.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I'm giving you MVP.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm going to give him MVP just to end it off on a good note. He couldn't get to the Super Bowl, but look, MVP.
I'm giving Tom Brady like the MVP of the decade.
MVP of the decade.
For the yes, bro.
Make that 2 decades,
legacy,
right?
Bro, yes.
The greatest. They should have an award. The GOAT, just right there. He's the GOAT, the best player of all time. And look, over 4,000 passing yards, 40 touchdowns. No, that's Aaron Rodgers. Excuse me. Tom Brady had over 5,000 passing yards, 45 touchdowns, and 12 interceptions. And you've seen the game, right, when he was playing against the Rams, and they were down by a lot.
You know what?
Dude.
Since you're putting me on blast, and I have to keep it real.
Yeah.
I did not see that game.
The hype, and you've seen, like, the score, right? There was, like, a huge lead, and Tom Brady almost brought the Rams back into it, man. That was an insane one.
The last-minute game came down. Wait.
That was divisional, yeah.
Rams had the last possession, and they wait, that was a Matthew Stafford bomb to yes, I remember now. To Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, to
they
Cooper
went
Kupp.
man-to-man on Cooper Kupp and got beat. Why would you go man-to-man? I think they were in cover 3. It looked like they were in cover 3.
Dude guy has more receptions than any receiver, more like everything. Like, he's a triple threat. Why? Yeah, like you said, why would he go man on man? And just they found out, and
we know it's going deep.
Yeah.
Why? Right? We know it's going deep.
Yeah, it's going deep, and the Rams were able to take it.
I'm sending everybody. My linebackers got to back up 8 yards.
Everyone
my free
back
safeties,
up,
my 2 free safeties got to drop super deep, maybe 20 yards.
Damn, dude. But yeah, I have to say Tom Brady for the MVP, and then you're gonna go with Joe Burrow, right?
I'm going Joe Burrow.
I feel like Joe Burrow's probably been the most impactful, but Tom Brady, you got to give it to him. If he's not going to get the Super Bowl, at least give him like the most valuable player.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah?
I'm cool with that as an NFL fan.
And then also another award. We have Comeback Player of the Year. We have 2 players that I have so I have Dak Prescott and Joe Burrow. Now, I'm going to go with, this is a tough one. Let me give you a description for both of them real quick. We have, Dak Prescott, he suffered
Make it quick. We got 2 minutes.
He had an ankle fracture and dislocation in week 5 versus the Giants last year, right? He got 4,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, and he appeared in the wild card, losing to the 49ers, of course. And then we have Joe Burrow, right? He was injured last year, week 11 versus Washington. Partial tear to his PCL. Look, the thing is, Joe Burrow is special. He beat the Raiders, Chiefs, and Titans in the playoffs, and they haven't been to the Super Bowl since 1988. My answer is going to be Joe Burrow is the comeback player of the year. That's going to be it right there.
Dak gets my vote.
Dak?
Yeah, to see him come back and have the Cowboys. I'm not gonna lie, the Cowboys were looking scary.
I was thinking about Dak
times. So Dak, you got my vote, brother.
I was thinking about him being comeback of the year for like majority of the season, but to see, like you just talked about, how Joe Burrow, he was also injured last year, right? And then to come all the way to the Super Bowl, it's only his 2nd year. Insane.
You know what that is, Los? You know what that means?
What does it mean, man? Let me know.
Man, this show's coming to an end. Another amazing, awesome show.
Hey, man, I'm glad to be out here talking some football. We can never go wrong with that.
Hey, tell them where to follow you at.
Man, on Twitter, C_Castillo79. Catch me over there. Always producing sports content. Let's get it.
Hey, be sure to follow your boy, Julian Segovia, a.k.a. Chop, on Twitter at ChopGame247. You can follow me on Instagram at Coach Segovia. We'll be sure to have all that cool stuff on display for you. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. On behalf of Game Time Sports and my boy Carlos.
Let's get it, man. Let's go.
Hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Can't wait for the next one.
Peace out.